Today, I would like to make scrunchies using two of the main methods used. I would like to see how long each method takes, as well as which one has the most polished finished results. For this project, we'll be using 2 pieces of satin fabric cut out at 18 by 5.5, and then 2 pieces of 3/8 size elastic cut out at 8 inches. The first method that we are going to try is called the burrito method. I'm going to just start the timer, and the first thing that we're going to do is create a loop with this elastic and stitch it together. Now I'm just going to sit the elastic off to the side and grab my fabric. This is just sewn together with right sides facing. Now I'm going to press the seam open just with my fingers. And flip it over. Now I'm going to fold the top into itself, or into the center, and then fold in again. And make sure that that's fairly in the center. Now I'm going to grab my elastic and place it on top, and then take the bottom end and push it through the elastic to create a bit of a loop. And now I'm just going to take this under my sewing machine and start sewing. Okay, I can see the beginning of the stitch where we first started, so I'm only going to make a few more stitches and then stop there. Now I'm just going to turn it to the right side. Now I'll just have to sew this little seam closed. Little opening closed rather. All right, all done. 7 minutes and 31 seconds. So now we are ready to do the next method. And I'm not sure what you call this method, but I'm just going to call it the reverse method because everything's done in reverse to how it was done before. So I'm going to start the timer and fold the fabric in half. And that's just to create a crease. Now I'm going to stitch the elastic on to the wrong side of the fabric in the center. Now I'm going to fold the fabric along the long edge and stitch it. And we usually start about 1.5 inches or 2 inches from the beginning of the fabric. And I'm also going to stop before we get to the end of the fabric. Now I'm just going to turn this to the correct side. And now we have 2 open ends. So what we're going to do is place the fabric with the elastic back to back. Like that. And we're going to try our hardest to line up these ends, and we're going to stitch those down to create that seam in the back of the scrunchie. Now all we have to do is close the open end, which there's a little bit more of an open end on this one than on the first method. Okay, so this method took, stop the timer, 6 minutes and 35 seconds to complete. Here are the final results of the scrunchies. The first method, which we call the burrito method, seems to have a much cleaner appearance. There's only this opening here that I had to close, and I'm sure there's some more threads here that I need to snip off. But it turned out really well, and I don't think anybody's really going to notice. But on the second method, it took a lot less time than the first method, but there's a larger opening here, and it doesn't look as polished as the first. So personally, even though the first method takes longer, I think you just get a much better result than you do with this method, which took a lot less time. Please let me know your thoughts about this in the comments.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.